Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the
Really?
Raw Show. Me, and Lump.
Love,
Guys,
love.
it's been a long time in the making. We are back May 30th, my birthday. Happy birthday, Lump.
Happy
Made it to
birthday,
the
my
big
brother. I love you.
21. Made it to the big 21 stage, baby. Yes. Yes. Uh, man, it's just a blessing to be here. Blessing to be able to share another day on this earth. Some people wasn't promised a day. So um let's give a good thank you to the Lord for that we're here. Uh we got some exciting news for you guys. Good show coming in now. Miss Regina, how are you?
Hey, my brother. Hey, everybody.
What's
Excuse
up,
my
sis?
voice. I lost it. Coaching and yelling yesterday and judging at the Tournament Jam All Nationals. But I'm good, my brother. First off, I want to say happy birthday and I love you. Welcome to 21. You 21 and I'm 22. So we're doing good in our young age. I love you.
I love
Many,
you
many
too,
more.
sis. Thank you.
I'm
Yes,
glad,
yes.
I'm glad to be back,
Uh,
guys. I'm glad to be back.
it's good that our country is starting to open things back up for us to get back to a little bit to a normal life. It's been a tough pandemic, but it's been a good eating pandemic for some of us.
Yes. You stop that now. Everybody,
So we're
they
gonna
see.
start off. Yeah, we're gonna first start off talking about tournaments and the events that went on over the weekend. We had a few events go on. Jamar Nationals, of course, that's where we were in Houston, Texas. You had the Carolina Open and for Brian Penna in South Carolina, and we also had that VT number 8 virtual tour fight number 8. Also had Let It Go Down last night. We're gonna first start off talking about how Jamar Nationals. I
Yes,
gotta give a big shout out to J Dog, Jason Holmes, DJ Crash, Dante Petway, to you guys' whole staff, organization, everything you guys do on a awesome event yesterday. Um, I couldn't be no more happy for you guys. Best wishes to y'all for 2022.
I'll
Uh,
be there.
I tell you what, y'all definitely made a big standing, a big statement to show how our martial arts community can stick together. We have people come from all over, Colorado,
Out of state.
California,
Yes,
uh,
yes.
a lot. So thank you. Big shout out to you guys for even coming down and enjoy the event. I tell you, yesterday
Welcome
was
to
a
Texas.
long day. It was a
Very long.
long day.
None of us expected it. None of
No,
us expected
none
it.
of us expected it. I can tell you they have a good 600 competitors, and just add two people to each competitor as a spectator. It was packed. It was nice. Um,
Absolutely. Not
yeah,
everybody wore masks, but that's okay. That's your choice. I wore mine.
I kept mine on. We got to judge some incredible fights. I tell you, we got some juniors.
Absolutely
We
great
got some
fights.
juniors, 5 and under, 6 and 7, beginner, intermediate. That is going to rock the show if they really stick with it. The potential that we saw yesterday for some of these kids. I know
Outstanding.
Miss Regina had a
Outstanding.
speak of one with Miss Beautiful, whoever you are.
Oh,
Us,
she's from
Mr.
Palomo School.
Palamo.
Yes.
Boy, yes.
Miss Beautiful was absolutely beautiful. I centered judge that girls division. Absolutely great.
And
Absolutely great.
at the
Yes.
end of it, and they had to be about 7 or 8 of those girls, them young ladies.
Correct. Yes, sir.
I tell
Correct.
you, Miss Regina had them do a chant at the end, and it just seemed it just showed so much women power. Women sticking together, and it almost brought tears to my eyes
Absolutely.
to see them do that. Young
Well,
young.
I want to say that women is a great word to use, but when we start out, we're girls. and what we build on and how we are raised and the foundation we have turns us into women. So I like to always say girls rule the world because ultimately that girl is going to become a woman and she's going to rule the world. So there you go. Girls rule the world.
Who don't listen to that? Yes. And then your black belts, I must say, each of those divisions had at least 8+ in each one of them, and every one of those kids had some type of ability and talent that they came in there and they made a statement for themselves. Win or lose, they made a statement. I really enjoyed judging some of it. I coached a few through it. I also had a few kids go. Michael and Faith, they both took second place. Back to the lab for them. It's nothing more. Like I tell them, if you learn from your losses, you're going to be a better champion. And I took a lot of losses, just because
losing teaches you to win. Losing teaches you to win. It's all good.
It's all good. That's right. Big shout out to our black belt winners, Ramel Gargolis. He got his number 7 gold plaque. Chance Turner received his first gold plaque. Big shout out to Chance.
Congratulations. He had a great fight with Alex.
Him and Alex, I tell you what, they stole the show.
Absolutely.
10 o'clock at night, they stole the show for 2 minutes.
Absolutely.
They put on a great fight. They ended up in overtime. We got our rules. You don't choose if you're going to win by 2 or 1. You're going to fight for this 1, and we're going to get out of here. And
first point win. Old school Texas, baby.
Alex took off. Chance cut the angle a little bit with the body motion and threw a rear hand that landed on Alex.
I called that point. I think he called him with the rear hand.
Big shout out to all those guys who came and competed, who showed up. Man, it was lively. I missed the women's division. I do apologize, ladies.
Me too. My apologies, ladies.
I was hungry by then. By the time y'all ladies fought, it was about time for Lump to eat.
And he needs to eat, people. He needs to eat.
I'm getting my weight back. I'm getting my weight back. And then
I eat enough for both of us.
For sure. We're still waiting on updates for the Carolina Open, so we can give some shout outs to the competitors and everybody over there that went to help, not help, but went and supported Brian Penna's event.
Right. And Brian has my apologies, Brian. I didn't realize your tournament was this weekend. I would have kept better stats. But I am looking forward to finding out about your tournament and then giving a good detailed report on next week if we don't get him during the show right now.
Yes. And then we had that VT number 8. So for the people that don't know, that virtual tour was something that helped the martial arts community in the time of the pandemic to keep everybody active, excited on their cheers, still looking for those good fights. Jesse Ray,
something to look for.
Awesome person. Man, it's a blessing to even have you doing the one that you're doing. Then we have Alex and Josh with the Pro Point, who's doing another one on their side, and theirs is different setup, different levels to theirs. But big shout out to both of them because
rules and fighting. Yes, I love it.
It's a big shout out to them because our karate world was getting ready to just hit rock bottom. Those two guys, with those two groups, organizations, decided to come out with something to uplift everybody, give people an opportunity to have their face shown out there. If this is the first time for them to be out there on live in front of that.
And they kept tournament fighting relevant. They kept us busy. They kept us active. They kept us hungry. They kept us going because the pandemic tried to take us out. For some people it did. For some people it didn't. But Alex and Jesse and Josh, they're doing a great job. I love you guys.
Yes. Regina and I definitely got to go experience one of the Pro Points. And I tell you, big shout out to Ryan George for that win. Big shout out to it.
From another mother.
Awesome event. I felt like I was at a UFC fight. I really, really did. It was so organized. The setup was beautiful. the fighters they had was very talented and gifted. But it was a tough event. Big shout out to Brandon Ballou, who got his win yesterday on that virtual tour number 8. Big shout out to him. Really big shout out to him because I watched Brandon really these last 2 years just like the hungry, and you can just tell he really, really works hard. His work ethic is paying off for him at times, because you can just tell he doesn't lean on his ability and his skill. He just goes back. He's very humble, very respectful. A big shout out to him though. Got to salute him for that. Definitely. And then Jamal Albini had his fight yesterday.
Absolutely, my brother. I heard he won. I haven't seen any of the fights, guys. Again, my apologies. But I heard he fought very well, and he used his experience.
And the maturity.
Experience always comes out on top. That's it. I love that word.
Big J right there. Big shout out to him for that. Good to see you back out there even competing. You know, last time I saw him before the fight that he had previous to his fight.
Was in Atlanta, I think. We saw him fighting in Atlanta.
No, we were team fighting in Jeff Doss tournament. Me, him, and King.
Okay.
And he went down in the division. I think he slipped on something on the side of the ring and pulled something in his knee.
And messed up his tournament.
Yeah. So big shout out to him to see him back out there. Can't look forward to seeing who they got you up next with. Mm-hmm. And then who else fought Mimi?
Let's see. What I saw, and I only saw these things on Facebook. I saw that Dumlau fought KTOC, and it was a good fight. Quinlan Pastor, I believe, fought John Catullo. Mm-hmm. And their fight came down to the end. And then but I know it's Dumlau's niece or sister. She had a great fight against Drew. And she actually, from what I understand and read a little bit, she pulled it out. I think they won by 2. And that's good for them because they are younger. They are younger, and I'm assuming hungry and just wanted it. Yes, there's that word. There's that word. There's that word. I like that word too.
Yeah, this group that's in the martial arts realm right now, I can tell you this young group, they remind me of us when we were coming up in that hunger, that hunger to win, that hunger to be out there. You know, those big names I want to fight. Yeah, the opportunity they got now is something that we definitely miss having opportunity to have in our sport at that time. And then my sister be on those sports. What about that basketball world?
You guys have to excuse me if I keep looking away. I'm watching this Atlanta game in New York. No one knows anything else about me besides karate, my kids, and my family. I love sports. And these playoffs have been great. I'm just learning about this play-in part. That was new to me this year, but I think I got an understanding a little bit. But we're going to see how it turns out. The Lakers come on next.
Uh-oh. Big shout out to those.
Down with LeBron. Down.
Down with LeBron. Down with LeBron.
I'm not a LeBron fan by any means.
One of the Detroit high schools, and he showed out. He showed out. That was before he made it to the league, but he was already on his way to the league. But
and what's his name? Who we talking about?
LeBron. King James. King James.
No, excuse me. He is King James. He's earned it. He's earned it. I just want somebody to take the throne. I want somebody to take him down.
Yeah. He gifted person. I'm telling you, he you can tell his passion for the sport. And then his kids can play too. I've been keeping up with one of them young bucks of his, and had to go do some research. And I tell you what, that little one has the ability to be like his dad. But the crazy thing is, I respect LeBron off the court too because of the things he does for the community.
He does a lot for his community.
You know, if you're not doing anything to give back or to help somebody up, then it's pointless to have that ability. You know, if you're not sharing it the right way. So big shout out to the things he's doing with the sport and outside the sport with his community. What else been going on, Miss Regina? Oh, school. How's school going?
All right, everybody. This little time for a little personal time. Um, yes, I went back to school, and it was one of the best things that I ever could have done. Um, Again, excuse my voice, but it just has been such a fulfilling thrill and feeling, just because it was something I didn't put all of my effort into the first time when I played basketball, because I was so in love with karate. But this time I'm actually focused. I'm actually giving it 200, 300, 400% as far as the intake. I'm open and receptive to all of it, to all of the learning and all the process itself. And it's just been great. It's taught me a lot about myself. It's taught me a lot of self-awareness, and it's taught me how to deal with myself on a different level than karate. I always thought I had, we're black belts. I got self-control, I got discipline, I got all these things because I'm a black belt. But there's still some things in general in life that if you don't possess, or you are blind to, not because you are blind because you don't want to know, you just don't. It in general, it is so great to see it and understand it, because it's more of an awakening. I learned a lot about myself. I've learned about my brother in general here, because we're in school together. We take classes together, which is awesome.
It is.
So it's just great. I'm in school for psychology, early childhood development. So it's just great. I kind of incorporate it into my everyday life, just like karate. I want to use it in every way and help myself grow. Help myself grow. What about you? How's your school experience?
9 years ago, today makes the date. 9 years ago, my sister opened up her doors for me, allowed me to come down here. I tell you, it's been a amazing ride up as a person, as an individual person. She really, really has helped groom me. I know everybody be look like, oh, Charmaine. No, that's my sister. I love her to death. I wouldn't trade her for the world. I tell you,
Absolutely.
anytime I ever need Mimi and call on Mimi, Mimi's there. She helps me figure it out. Sometimes I don't listen.
We help each other
Yes,
figure it
we
out.
do. And sometimes I don't listen. I be hard headed, and she put me in my place, and I have to accept that big sister tough love. But I tell you, I'm very, very, very thankful, Mimi, that you are a part of my life.
Appreciate you, brother. I love you.
I wouldn't be the martial artist that I am without her being a part of it. I wouldn't be the person I am, the father I am, nothing that I have became without her being a part of it. And I'm thankful, and it's a blessing to have you a
Appreciate
part
you,
of my
brother. I
life.
love
It's a
you.
blessing that your family opened their arms and their doors up to me, be a part of their life, and them be a part of my life. It's amazing. When I
Amen.
started school a few years ago, I told you I started because I was out there at the seminar in Denver, and I don't know,
Indeed.
God had was
Dave
just
Coots.
working me good. Dave Koontz
My man.
and
My man.
Tanner them too, because that was where
Oh,
I had
yes.
that
Yes.
school is where I really had that conversation about those kids getting ready to.
PKKA in Colorado Springs.
Yes, yes, and
Yes.
Highland Ranch.
Hannah and Susan
Yes,
and don't tell me. I'm sorry. Excuse me, guys. But Kendall. Yes.
yes,
All you guys are great. All you
yes.
guys are great.
I remember talking to them. It was probably about the middle of August or so. They were getting ready to start back school that Monday, and the conversation I was having with them was just really about how important school was, and you get this shot to do it, like give it your all. And when I came home, it was just laid across me to get back in school too. I felt like I could
Absolutely.
not say anything to you guys about graduating or going to college if I didn't lead by example.
That's what you told me. You
And
said, sis, I feel like
I
a hypocrite.
said I gotta do it, and sis stuck behind me and was like, okay, well, let's go, get with it. And I think at first I was lonely because I was like, dang, I don't have nobody to do it with, and it's just not right. And then sis started having her own things going on in her personal life that ended up getting her back into school. And like I say, it's been amazing. Things I don't
Yes.
understand, or I have my own insight to what I think about it, my own definition for it. I can sit down with her, and if I didn't understand it, oh, she's gonna break it down for me to understand it.
I
and
try.
if yeah,
We're
and
gonna figure
if
it out together.
we definitely gonna figure it out. But if I have my own meaning. I also get her outtake and her outlook at it, and we definitely compare it. And I definitely take a lot that she gives me and strive with it and feed to the kids.
Absolutely.
It made me look at life different. I've definitely been looking at life a lot different since the pandemic. It got tough. It got tough for a moment. Being on online school. Shout out to all you kids that done it and kept your grades up. Good job. Coach understands it's not easy at all to be sitting in front of a computer unless that's your passion all day.
It's like watching Ferris Bueller. Ferris. Oh, Jesus. I need to be more active, more involved.
Yeah.
So congratulations to all those kids and other people that was able to
do on the honor roll. My kids out there staying on the honor roll. Good job. Proud of you guys. Keep it up.
You did it too, Coach.
I did it, Miss Regina. I'm still doing it. I actually have 4 more courses left on this journey, and then I get to open up the next chapter that God has for me in my life. 4 courses left, graduation, and I'm definitely gonna walk that stage because that's something that I always wanted to do.
Yes, indeed. And I want to do it I've done it before, but I want to do it with you.
Yeah.
So that's going to be another chapter in our life that we do it together. My brother and I are going to walk together when that time comes.
And then we're going to be going into somewhere university. We haven't told you guys yet. That'll be a surprise.
Not yet. It's going to be a little surprise.
Surprise. But definite. We're almost done with that. So big shout out to you guys for your prayers, your motivational words that you guys have given us. Even you haters that been giving us some words on the can't part. Yeah. Shout out to you guys, because without y'all, we would not be getting it.
Indeed. Absolutely.
Miss Regina, what is the next event that you're going to be going to?
Let me think. This is basically Memorial Day, May, June. I will be at Battle of Atlanta 2021.
Big shout out to them, because they made it a point last year to have an event. No matter when they had it, they made a point to have it.
And I was there.
I was there too. I got to be a part of it. It was amazing. It wasn't big, but it was amazing. The way they had it set up.
It was actually, I'll be honest with you, it was actually bigger last year than I thought.
Of course, with the pandemic.
Going on.
But it was real competition there. Real world champions were at the event. So if you won, you didn't just win by, he got a handout. No, you had to fight somebody in your division that was a piece of something. So big shout out to the Roos for that event. I look forward to this year. I can imagine some of the things you guys have.
It's back on the map.
It is. It's back on Father's Day weekend. What a day to start my new weekend.
That's it.
I'll be competing. Miss Regina,
I'm not
still on pandemic relief.
Yes. Everybody, for you that didn't know, I was diagnosed with PP.
What's PP? What's PP?
PP stands for pandemic pounds. I am on a break. I just do school work, and I take care of my family. So right now, my karate fix is tournaments, judging. I still do privates, things like that. But myself personally, I'm not training. I'm not working out. I'm just enjoying my life and getting fulfillment, being happy with going to school and having karate still a part of my life. So I'll be excited to be at the tournament, see all these great fights from Pro Fight, RG's fighting.
RG's on the map. Wiggy's on the map. Shout out to Jermaine. Wiggy's on the map, on the map.
That's it. Jermaine, my brother's fighting. There's going to be some good fights. We're going to probably do a show or do some type of report about that, so you guys will know exactly what went on and some detailed stuff. So look forward to that. I'm excited about that.
Thinking about going, this is your for sure. Y'all need to be going. Don't miss out on it. Battle of Atlanta 2021. You should be there in Atlanta, Georgia, Renaissance Waverly Hotel. The mall's there. The baseball field's there. Yeah, it's live. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited. Super, super excited. What else is going on?
So, Love, I got a question.
Talk to me.
So yesterday at the tournament, and this is going back to karate, guys. I noticed that when Jamal Nationals entered an organization, a state Texas organization who's great, Wayne Wynn, who has the organization out here that everybody's competes, and I think it's going to be great. When you had a tournament of Jamal's caliber, and I'll just use that word, caliber, enter and become a part of an organization that is still on the Texas level or not on the same caliber level, did you notice, my question to you is, did you notice any type of pros, cons, consistencies, inconsistencies? Because in general, I think the tournament ran great. I think it was great. I think it was greatly supported. I think they had a great job of having people judging and the tournament running accordingly. I want to get your perspective and your opinion on what you think about that.
Honestly, I think the tournament did run great. A few of the cons are probably we had a few rule changes since Chance tournament. If you guys don't know, there's a few things that happened at Chance tournament. I'm not going to go into deep detail on because I'm not trying to shoot no fingers, no slugs. I have some to shoot, but I'm not shooting them at people right now. Incidents going on with fighting, man. It's crazy because it is a contact sport. It's scary because we have spectators that sit right there at the ring, who tend to also get overexcited, about a call or a situation, and it causes some of us to lose our control. I'm not, like I said, I'm not pointing no fingers. I'm not throwing no slugs. Because if I am, I have to throw one at myself first because I was one of the incidents that happened at Chance tournament. So I I can really, really understand.
Those of you that have my number, call me and I'll give you the inside scoop.
No scoop. It's no scoop. It was embarrassing to be a part of too. Like really to be that person that was really involved in it. And I tell you what, when I got up and away from the incident, I was so scared to go to my sister. You guys just don't know. I was so scared. Yeah, and I just knew I was wrong, and it was like I got to go face. Now I have to go face this person. I got to tell her that I'm wrong, and we already
just got there. We were there 30, 45 minutes. So I didn't believe and thought. I didn't think it could happen that quickly.
I wasn't in the ballroom 15 minutes. I'm talking about I had just got my wristband to be in the event, so it was like I went and sat down, and it's like I say, excitement takes over sometimes and gets the best of us. The things I don't like, that I feel like we need to come together and help fix, are two judges judging fighting. That's not hard, but that's a challenging thing for the judges. That's a challenging thing. Complicated is very, very, just will sum it all up. Complicated. It's just too complicated. It caused too much commotion, confusion. It just caused too much. Black belt fighting, I feel like should be able to go to full 2 minutes, not just first to 7. I think they should get their buck. I think they should get their full buck worth. I think 7 points, I saw some comebacks yesterday. Alex is part of one of them comebacks yesterday who went on a 7-0 run fighting Tice. He went on
Alex is killing
7-0 run fighting somebody who I feel like has some very, very good potential and also who has won a few of the Texas State Grands. 7-0 run. And I think Alex part that was good, that it was in and out, because then he got in and out. But Tice also didn't have that chance to even have that opportunity to be able to try to get back on the road that he was started off on. I think 2 minutes should definitely be something for the black belts. 3 judges at least for all divisions. 5 for your grands. If you're not running 2 judges for your forms division, then it's no way that you're going to do your fighters like that. Straight up. And that's it. Listen, that's just me. I'm not knocking nobody because I go to every event,
Absolutely.
every TKO event. If it's possible for me to go, whether I have students or not, I go. So I'm still going to be there no matter what. But it's just the fact of like our sport can't lose some of the pride that we've built on, the foundation that's been built for us.
I got a question for you also, another one rather. I'm sorry, excuse me. The continuous. Do you recall or remember the continuous rule about the contact, which is great? I like rules to change
Yes,
up for tournaments and I like them to be different.
yes.
I like that. I encourage that. Tell me what you
So
think.
so I went to one of Miss Regina privates this week, right? And I'm getting ready to spar with this young lady, and big shout out to her because I tell you what,
Yeah,
she probably,
yeah.
yeah,
My girl, yeah, yeah.
she's part of the reason why I couldn't compete over the weekend too, because she caught me in the rib with something that kind of I'm gonna sit this one out so I can be ready for battle. But we're getting ready to spar, and our first round was continuous, and I told her, I kind of asked her because I wasn't for sure, but I remember being at a few events where I saw with my own eyes some rules. One of the rules being you can kick to the thigh, and when I say
Knee and
thigh,
above.
yes,
Knee and above.
knee
Or
above,
above the knee. Excuse
yeah,
me.
I about to
Above the
say,
knee.
yeah, I don't like the knee shots, so but
Right.
anything in the legs I don't like, but I respect. I respect because it's part of fighting. So I don't knock
Self-defense.
it for it,
It's
and
a
it's
part
part
of
of self defense.
self-defense.
It is too. So it was used to be no leg kicks. You could throw techniques to the back. I'm not saying you go kick somebody in their spinal and you're going to get 2 points. And I'm not saying that, but you can throw like a back leg round kick, and if they catch it and around in the grab, you're able to still score with that
Correct.
to their back.
Traditional.
There was absolutely zero techniques to go to the head, attempt the face, none whatsoever. Do not do. Yesterday, big shout out to Laco. It was good to see him and his kids back out. Big shout out, and I tell you that's one of the
It was great seeing Laco.
that's a tough martial arts school that he has as far as competition.
Anybody that don't know Laco in El Paso, Texas, you should get to know him, one. And two, know that anytime you face his students, you are in for a fight, win
You're in
or
for a fight.
lose,
You're in.
until there is 0, 0, 0 on the clock.
They're
If
gonna
there
fight.
is a tenth of a second, all of his students are going to fight you like there's 6 minutes on the clock.
And you only can respect his school for that.
Oh, I love
But
it. I love it.
we come from the NBL league, so it used to be that three punch.
Mhm.
Three punch, you have to throw a kick. Three punch, you have to reset. Sometimes you'll get some judges that let you throw 4 or 5, but you'll get penalized for it. But our rules were consistent about that. There wasn't no leg kicks, and you definitely couldn't throw no techniques to the back. Zero to the face, but mistakes happen. You may get you a lick or two, or you may receive a lick or two. I can tell you, I've been on both ends of a continuous fight. For NBL, yesterday the rules changed, and I think one of the promoters, I'm not going to throw no names out there, but one of the promoters said, "Oh, this continuous division is like NBL continuous divisions."
Correct. I
And
with my own ears.
you have to be very, very wise on how you say that to people who comes from that NBL background, because when you say that to us, that lets us know, oh, this is the way it goes. So, and this is how they doing it, and the way we train. All right, now you can do it. So, you have to be very, very wise when you say that to somebody. But yesterday the rules changed at the event. The rules changed. Mr. Gene, I know you remember them, and I definitely can say yes or no too. I don't remember, but yes. What do you remember about the rules?
Well, with the situation you were saying, I was actually trying to explain the rules, what the rules that I've been told and what I know, to some judges where it was their first time judging there. And when I was explaining the rules, I personally said no head contact at all, and you can kick above the knee. And before I could go into more detail on, the rules, someone said, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's just like NBL rules." NBL rules, we were never allowed to kick in the legs
Zero
in any
time.
division. Maybe the growing, yes, because they used to alternate the rules.
Yeah, 1 year.
Our growing kick rule.
99.
never in the legs. It was always a penalty.
Yes.
And we were always able and allowed to hit in the head, not the face.
And
agreed. The judges would determine what their judgment call was, whether it was in the face or in the head, depending on how close you were to the face. But to compare NBL to those rules are not the same. It's apples and oranges. It's not the same at all. Now, again, I'm not bashing those rules. What I am saying is when you compare two things, you please make sure that they are compared correctly. I love the fact that Jamal yesterday had a different type of division. I'm so glad that they had as many competitors as they did. I'm so glad that they had a tournament in the time of a somewhat pandemic. We're kind of trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'm so glad they did all of this, but I want the rules and the understanding to be on the same level. I don't want it to be to where one person thinks one thing and one person thinks another, because then that's when you have those problems and those issues with the judges and the judges not understanding the rules and what's a point or what's not a point. Because that was my main problem when I first started coaching in that league, TKO league. It was because I didn't know that you weren't able to hit in the head or leg kicks. So it became an understanding as time went on.
But I tell you what, the potential Jamal.
Oh, yes.
J-Dog and Danae have their own following alone. So when you put two organizations that have their own following together and under one building, the sky's the limit. That's all I'm gonna say to you. So you'll never know how many competitors they have. You'll never know how many's gonna show up. Like I said yesterday, it was crazy because I watched Chance get dressed like how I usually walk in the tournament and walk around for a while, and all of a sudden just disappear, and then I come back and I'm in the uniform. And that's because he saw it was live and probably the excitement. I almost fought yesterday. I tried to get in the uniform right at the Grands, like, Miss Regina, go get my bag out the car, please. And
indeed,
it was like,
I would have ran out, brother. I got you, brother. I got you. You know what I missed yesterday? You know what I missed yesterday?
What?
Men's teams. Now I love women. Women rule the world. Said that.
Men's teams would have been good.
But team fighting, and I know locally, women here locally, we don't have enough to have a consistent team fighting event. So I'm not.
But it was enough heads under that building yesterday. So
yesterday in general.
We could have had pulled out of the hat. We could have had played the pull out of the hat game.
That's the division we should talk about. Everybody that wants to fight, just get in there and do it.
Yeah.
It's not about winning and losing. It's about doing it.
Yeah, exactly. But yesterday felt like that. Excuse me, guys. Ooh. Yesterday, it felt like a finals, but it wasn't a finals. It was really the tournament running over. Like, big shout out to them because they had to put a ring in the hallway.
Not the first time we've done that at Jam All.
That's not the first time we've done it at Jam All. But the time to do it this time, like, we didn't get there yet, but the fire marshal came in. They were over capacity in the ballroom.
A few years ago.
Yeah, this year. Yesterday. Yesterday they were over capacity in the ballroom. Mr. Petway and Mr. J-Dog figured out a way. They had two side rooms with two rings in each one of them. Two side rooms with two rings in there, a ring in the hallway, in the main ballroom had rings in it.
Packed.
That's why I say it was so live. It felt so good to be a part of it.
It felt great. I expect a battle to be like that.
Yes, exactly. I expect our sports really. I guess we really missed each other enough that we're willing to support one another by any means now, just to be back around each other. Big shout out because it was some people yesterday that it was so good to see them. Cindy Gallio, Chris Gallio. It was so amazing to see them. Even just back at what we do, Chris was Regina and I's full sponsor a major sponsor of mine at one point. I'm talking about this major sponsor.
Absolutely.
Cindy and Chris and Casey, they definitely showed me some ins and outs to this sport that I'll never want to get back.
Papa Bear, John Gallagher.
John Gallagher. We definitely can't forget about John Gallagher, who came from being a janitor. From being a janitor to running CEO chair of a business, of an oil company. And this should tell you guys, no matter what, you can do it. Anything's possible. If you believe in God, you're going to achieve what God has for you.
Put in the work. And
that's exactly what you guys have to do, is put in that work. We definitely have our winner from the Carolina Open, who I've been watching come up for a while. Him and I had some side conversations a few times. The last time I saw him was at Slugfest, and him and I fought at Slugfest. And after him and I fought, him and I definitely had to talk, and I had to let him know, like, don't you be out here just going off of the gift that God's giving you. You know, you put that work in, because you started out putting that work in. Don't just think that first place is just sitting at the tournament waiting for you. Somebody's going to be in front of that. Somebody's going to be in front of that first place trophy, no matter what. So you're going to have to get through them, and don't rely on the skill God's giving you if you haven't put the work in behind that skill.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Justin Floyd for winning the men's overall grand at Carolina Open. Big shout out to him. He comes from a tough family. Them Floyd brothers. Indeed. Big shout out to Kyle and his other brother.
We didn't give shout out to Chance for winning. We just want to congratulate him.
Oh yeah, CT for that first gold plate. Yes, he his name go on the wall with Ryan and Eyes. Yes,
absolutely. I think we talked about the fight, but we didn't give him the shout out for his grand championship, and also giving him a shout out because he runs a very good tournament in Austin, Texas. He runs a very good tournament. So if you guys have never been and you're looking for some more competition or tournaments for next year, it was in April. It's already passed.
That's okay. That's all right. Because he is a co-runner for the second event that goes on in July 10th. He is a co-runner next to his Team Gypsy event is coming up soon too, July 10th, Austin, Texas. That's another live event.
Absolutely.
You don't get the same competitors, but you get that same thrill, that same action pack. Yes. At both
events. Even though they're in the same city, and they're connected in so many ways, they get different fighting. Yeah, different fighting, different quality.
Different fighting, and it's different times of the year. So you get to get a piece of the summer. You also get to get a piece of the spring in Austin, what is an amazing city to
come enjoy Austin, Texas, and enjoy two great events. You guys need to make it out for those.
Yeah,
those are great ones.
Gypsy Open, July 10th. It was good to see Billy Sweeney yesterday. His event is going to be July 10th in Beeville.
Absolutely. He told us about that.
He said the money is still the same, Lump. The money is still the same. I said, okay, I'll be there. And then we have a wedding to go to. Brother J-Dog, JMR Nationals, 50% ownership promoter, J-Dog Jason Holmes. Big shout out to him. Big shout out. You know, I've been knowing J-Dog since 1999.
A long time.
Me, Jermon, and I think Cash fought teams against Mark Keaton, Jack, and J-Dog. Okay. Actually, no. Take Jack out. It was Rubenfield, Stephen.
Gotcha.
Stephen. It was Stephen. No, Outlaws.
Okay. Outlaws.
Yeah,
that was after we were on Kanai together. Yes.
So,
and that was pre SES years for me.
Yeah, right before we were to come out. That was the come out for SES right there. Big shout out to that. I met J-Dog back then, and I tell you, to watch the man he became, amazing father. Man, it's so good when I see him with his kids and his wife. It's amazing. Knowing from where J-Dog's from and what he's been through. His mom passed What, last year, year before, a few years.
My dad passed in 19, so I want to say his mom passed in about 15 to 16.
Okay, so yeah,
It
so
was
it's
a
been a
couple
few
years
years.
before myself. Yes,
Yeah, so
that's a hard thing to deal
big
with.
shout out to
It's
him.
a
It
hard thing
is.
to deal with.
Big shout out to him. I know his mom's watching over him, and very proud woman of the man that she has.
Absolutely. Him
He's
and
amazing.
Jakey, they're doing a
Yeah,
great job.
that it
Yeah,
was good to see Jackie yesterday.
it
Uh,
was my girl Jackie.
it was so funny because she tried to introduce me to her instructor, not even knowing that I've been around karate long enough to know your instructor, but not girl. But it was good to also
Absolutely. Mr.
see some
Cecil People
people.
is in the
Yes, he
building.
was. He was in the building.
And I even recognized him with the mask on. Normally,
Yeah,
I'm old. I
yeah.
have wear glasses, so I don't normally recognize a lot of people. But I saw him and recognized him as soon as he sat down. I had to give him love. It was great to see.
It was great to see him. Great to see him. She said, "Oh yes, Lump. You know my instructor right here. This is Cecil." I said, "Yes, ma'am. I know who that is. Oh, this is Lump. This is one of Richard Plowden's students." And he looked up at me and he said that look like Willie. Yes, sir, it's me. It's me.
I'm sure he remembers you, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I mean,
Yes. It was awesome to have him in the building yesterday. Shout out to
absolutely.
those black belts who got promoted yesterday. Big shout out to y'all. I'm
Absolutely.
sorry,
J-Dog had a promotion.
I couldn't sit in there no longer. I was about to fall over, just pass out. Like I said, it was a live event. And the energy in the room was just so pumped that I fed off the energy all day. And when I was full off the energy, I was really like, oh, Miss Regina tell you on the way home, I probably slept about 30 minutes of the ride.
Yeah, I did
like,
the driving. We
yeah,
got home.
and then when I just woke up, and I woke up and I was just like, oh, I'm not even ready to get out yet. I wasted my food and everything. It was like, oh God, they'll help me. But like I said, it was a lovely event. Big shout out to J-Dog. J-Dog, thank you for letting me commentate yesterday. I appreciate it. You know, it's a lot of people you could have had asked, but it really, really made me feel special that you even wanted me to be on the microphone for your event. And I appreciate it. I tried to keep it a little PG as much as I could. Although I'm raw and uncut, I just tried to keep it very nice and clean. Nice and clean.
That's it.
Big shout out. And like I said,
I want to go back. I saw keeping it on the tournaments and everybody kind of getting back into it.
Oh yeah.
You know us. We do any tournament. Doesn't matter really the rules. It determines if we're free to do it.
That's it. If everything works right and our weekend give us that opportunity, whether we drive, fly, we go. You know, sometimes we don't even compete. Sometimes I just do the competing.
I don't compete right now, fellas and ladies.
But
and fellas.
But she doesn't just sit there. She helped runs those
fighting only.
And I tell you, to hear some of the way that women come up to her and express how they feel of how amazing person she is and how much she has just enlightened this child, like she don't know, and she's so humble. She's so humble. But I tell you, man, I love hearing it. I love hearing it. I love hearing people tell her how amazing person she is, because that also goes to what I also tells her. But it confirms for me. It's a confirmment for me that I know I have a great sister. But go ahead. Speaking of event, what else you got? What event is coming up?
Yeah. Well, I saw that your instructor and our producers, blood uncle,
my daddy.
Your daddy. I'm sorry, excuse me. Your instructor, daddy, uncle, man, legend, champion, is bringing back the WKC.
Detroit, Michigan.
He's been bringing out tournaments and a schedule for not only this year, the end of year. I think I saw Kumite is in December.
Kumite Classics. Uh-oh.
Yes. And I think it's called like the Winter Classic or the Christmas Classic, Kumite something. I'm sorry, guys. Please forgive me again. But it starts then. I'm not sure what he's added before that. But Pee Wee has been added as a regional.
February 19th. February 19th. I know it. I got the date last night.
Hey. I knew you was good. I knew you was good. So, I was going to ask, is there anything you want to let us know about, or let the viewers, listeners know about WKC? I've never competed in WKC. Can you tell me or give me your insight on WKC and versus NASCA versus NBL versus TKO here in Texas? How do you look? Because you competed in all of those.
You know what? And it's been a blessing. Really, it's been a blessing to be a part of so many organizations. But to have your instructor over the USA side of an organization, my mentor, my role model, just the whole nine, you name it, he was it for me. To see him over an organization is amazing. You wouldn't want it no other way. I wouldn't want it no other way. 2015, I had an opportunity to be a part of the USA WKC team. And that year, the Worlds were in Orlando. I had a tough division. My gold medalist fight, I had fought a guy from England who I also watched Robbie fight a few times at a few events, WKU events and stuff. And he's beaten Robbie before. Ian Hollett. Shout out to him.
That name sounds familiar.
That fight, that room of hearing USA was like a risen from the dead. When I didn't have no gas left in me, and all I heard was USA, USA, and it's like I get to take the final shot to represent my country right now. I end up going underneath end leg with underneath back fist and scored. And to hear your national anthem be played while you stand up on the podium, it's nothing like it. It's nothing like it. Big shout out to WKC. Big shout out to all the board members, the promoters, like all you guys that sit down and come up with ways to make our sport better. To the spectators, to the fans, to the competitors, to the judges, to the medics, whatever it is that you guys sit down and help our sport come with. Thank you. Like Ms. Regina said, I've been on a lot of sport things. Of course, she didn't mention the AAU Junior Olympics because I got to go there a few times too. And it's nothing like it. It's nothing like being able to represent your country. That USA feeling, that's it. That's what, at the end of the day, that's what we all are. We all are United States Americans. So instead of us killing one another, we are United States Americans. Whether you black, whether you white, you are United States American. We have to know how to come together. And the more we know how to come together, the stronger our country will stand. I know you guys are used to me, Regina, and I being silly. But sometimes we learned a little bit more in life that you guys don't take certain things for granted. And having people around, friends around, family around, we seem to take for granted a lot. So I'm telling you guys, don't take it for granted. Don't take the opportunity to be a part of that USA team for granted. You're going to have to put some work in. It's supposed to be in Orlando this year.
I want to add real quick that he, our amazing producer, statistician.
Oh, yeah.
Travis let us know that August 27th and 28th is the WKC US Nationals.
And we will be there. We will be there.
Where's that? In
Detroit. Or in the Detroit.
I'll be there, ladies and gentlemen. I will be there.
August 27th.
I hope to see everybody there. Maybe we can get some interviews, behind the scenes action, and up close action before and after. We'll see what happens, but I hope to see everybody there. And then he also let us know that December 11th is Kumite, and that's in Pittsburgh.
So, wait, Miss Regina.
Yes, sir.
So don't nobody get confused. The Worlds after coach tournament, August 27th, the Worlds will be back in Orlando. So I get to step my feet back on the grounds that got me started with it. Back in Orlando, October 23rd through the 29th. Orlando, Florida, we will be hosting the WKC Worlds October 23rd through the 29th. You can't go be a part of the team if you don't go August 27th, 28th. Do y'all hear me?
Correct.
You can't go to the Worlds if you didn't go to the Nationals.
If you go, you'll be like me, a spectator.
Yeah. Yeah, you can be like her, or you can be like some other people and be some competitors. And like I said, this is an opportunity not only to be a part of that, but to also to lift our sport back up, to give people a little more confidence that even want to be back involved in it. I know we got some new people around, we got some old people still around. Let's really know how we have to have a support system.
Absolutely.
We need to be strong as a support system. So our sport can be live like UFC and Bellator and all those. Like our sport should be up there. You know, I've been in this 30 years, so I really feel like our sport has what it takes to be a part of that pedestal of the UFC and all those. We get competitors who takes over those sports. You know. Big shout out to a few people who came from the karate arena and it's out there. Sage Northcourt being one, MVP being one, not the UFC, but that boy is the man on Bellator. RD being another man on Bellator. Man, like these guys are really, really representing us, our sport. So we have to show the world where they come from and the support that we have for one another that got them to where they are. You know, it's nothing but love. So once again, August 27th, Nationals. Worlds is October 23rd through the 29th. And then you start your season off, regional qualifiers, with December 11th. Go ahead, Miss Regina. December 11th.
December 11th, Kumite, WKC Regional, and that is in PA. And then after that, they haven't added anything from my knowledge in January or after Kumite. But the next one, what I know now, is February 19th in Louisiana, and that's Pee Wee Blanco.
Louisiana?
Louisiana. So
New Orleans?
The Dirty Boot. That's where you guys need to.
Miss Regina.
Not only you have a great tournament, you have a great tournament, good food, good entertainment, and just seeing all of us. Our karate family. It's great.
Big shout out to Pee Wee Blanco. Champ. That's the champ. He did an amazing job yesterday.
Yes.
Boy, I needed him with that whistle. That's one thing you cannot forget.
That's how I lost my voice. I need a whistle. That's what I'm going to get. I'm going to get me a Mimi's whistle.
Mimi's whistle. I think you're going to get too excited and you won't even forget. You'll forget to blow it. I think you'll be too excited. And forget to blow it. Like the girls will be sitting there like, huh? What happened? And get punched out.
You're right. I'm going to yell, and it's just my habit. You're right.
That's New Orleans, guys, if you've never been, that's an amazing city to be in. Especially around that time, because they have a special event that go on around that time. Mr. Virginia, what is it?
It's called Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras.
Oh,
Mardi Gras.
Hey, now. Big shout out to our New Orleans. Yes.
If you guys don't know about it, hit up Pee Wee. Hit up the Georges RG. They can tell you and let you know about all the festivities that go on doing Mardi Gras, plus along with the things and stuff, tours, things like that for the tournament and everything. So it's a great little vacation right after Valentine's Day.
So if you got a Valentine's,
use it as that vacation. I love you type, spend time with my loved one. Whatever you need to do, just hit them up and they can let you know what to do.
Yes, ma'am. Well, you know what, guys? Like I say, I told Mr. Gina a few weeks ago, like we need to bring our show back. It feels good to be back. But Sunday starts the day on the calendar. So when you look at your calendar, it's Sunday through Saturday, not Monday through Sunday. So when you look at your calendar, look at it right. It's Sunday to Saturday, not Monday through Sunday. So Monday starts the week off. You guys have a blessed week. If you're somebody that you're mad at, angry with, disappointed in, talk to them. Tell them that you love them. Because I tell you what, you never know if you're going to wake up and have that phone call.
Absolutely.
So you guys appreciate the people you have in your lives. Um, nobody lives more than once in their own same body. So you guys remember you come back different the next time you're here. So
to be absent with the Lord to be absent in the body is present with the Lord.
So
Indeed.
you guys
Check us
appreciate
out.
one another. Once again, we're coming back. We're back on. I know you guys love the fact that we didn't go crazy today on y'all. Not yet. We got to get a little bit into it. Big shout out to our boy Travis. Man, thank you, Trav. Really, you may not know some of the things you do and the appreciation we really have for you for our sport. Big brother. You know, I appreciate you.
That's little brother to me.
Yeah, to you. But I tell you what, that's big brother to me because one year I had summer school. I just couldn't get it together. That dang on science. That dang on science. I failed science. And every day of that summer, Travis was at my grandma's house at 6 a.m. He took me running 2 miles. Sometimes he talked, sometimes he didn't. But just that time with him,
the silent killer.
It done enough. And I appreciate you, Trav. Really, you know, because he didn't have to do that. He drove away from the park that we went and ran at to pick me up, and then let's drive all the way back to the same park, and also had me back at home to make sure I had enough time to get ready for summer school. Him just doing that, you know, just every day, just that time with him. When you don't have a big brother, you know, I'm thankful. I'm really, really thankful. I tell you,
loyalty is hard to find.
It is hard to find. Some people pay their way out of it. I tell you.
That ain't loyalty.
Exactly that. So Trav, thank you for still believing in Sis and I. Thank you for just as soon as we said something to you, it was like, okay, win. It was no question being asked. It was no, y'all sure y'all want to. It was like, okay, win. And to see him reach out to us today, 2:00, we ready? Yeah, we ready.
Yes,
guys,
sir,
we back.
ready.
We back.
We
back. As much as y'all need us, we fucking need y'all. You hear me? Hear me?
You guys grow with us, and we're gonna grow with you. It's a stepping stone. We're gonna do it together. So, we want to bring you everything, not just karate. We want to bring you everything, inside, outside, everyday life, just in general, and talk about it and understand it. Sometimes karate and us, we only focus on one thing versus our entire lives. There's a lot going out there about each other and what's going on in the world that we don't talk about amongst each other. And just because we have our own opinions does not give you the right to judge each other. We know each other, we love each other. Give us the benefit of the doubt. Just because we see it differently doesn't mean that's who we are. That's just our opinion, the way we see it, or our beliefs.
That's it.
You know, things change. If you're there and we're family, we'll be family to the end.
To the end, no matter what. Do know we're gonna have some more topics, and we also have a little bit more information for you guys next week. But if y'all find some information, send it to us. Oh, Mr. Gina, one more thing before we leave.
Yes, sir. Listening.
I want to apologize to anybody that has been caught in the scam with my Facebook page.
Oh,
that is not me.
Being hacked.
Yes, that's not me. I was accidentally on an open network, knowing I wasn't supposed to be on there. I knew I was not supposed to be on that open network.
Never get on an open network, unsecured network that doesn't have a password. Everything is open.
I was on it, and like you say, everything is open. And my Facebook was open, bank accounts, everything's open, and that person got in there, and they have it. So instead of trying to conversate with that Willie Hicks, report that Willie Hicks. Just report that Willie Hicks. That's not me. I would never try to scam anybody out of money. I'm not a con artist. Anybody that knows me knows me. I'm not a con artist. I don't try to find a way to get over on anybody. If you dealt with me, I done a service for you and you paid me for that service. Other than that, I'm not out here asking for anybody to send me no money. If you guys can see, I don't need you to send me no money. I work hard for everything I got. And
if you're not sure, call me. Yeah. If you're not sure, call me and I'll let you know if it's him or not. But I know it's not him. Don't him any money. Don't do anything. Don't talk to him. Any of that.
Do not just whenever they post anything up with my name on it being involved, report it. Hopefully this person get caught before I catch them. Because I tell you what, if this wasn't a show, I'd tell you, but I'm not gonna tell you. You never tell what you don't supposed to tell. So I'm gonna leave it at that. But I just pray that God gets him first before I do. Because I'm gonna send him to the Lord. All right. Once again, guys, have a great week. I look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Next Sunday. I love you.
Love you guys.
I hope to have my voice back.
Yes, she better have it back. She don't have to sing today. She don't have to sing today. She gets to relax and just listen to
and watch basketball.
Watch basketball. And I get to enjoy my day. 36.
With his baby, Jelly Bean. She is the best part of him.
Yeah, she is. That's my enlightening. So, guys, we'll see you guys next week. Once again, this is the Raw Show with Lump and Mimi. Peace out. Peace out.